Hey, today we'll talk about some advanced air combat techniques and knowledge. Before we start, let's confirm you have completed the basic air combat study and practice. Be ready and press spacebar to continue. Next, you will learn how to operate radar to attack a distant target. First, confirm your master arm switch is in the arm position. When you're ready, press spacebar to continue. Press forward or rightward the weapon selection switch on the stick to choose mid-range air-to-air missile, M03 or M07. Upon selection, you can find that the air-to-air mode is automatically selected. Confirm the AA mode is on, then press spacebar to continue. After the AA mode is turned on, the right display switches into radar interface by default. Note that your fighter is shown in the display's bottom center. The range shown in the display covers the fighter's front arm. As the target approaches you, its mark gets lower on the display. Meanwhile, the target at fighter's right or left side will appear as a green square at the right or left side of the central line in the display. Press spacebar to continue. The vertical line moving back and forth represents the radar's scanning, indicating that the radar is scanning. Under the beyond visual range mode, the radar turns into RWS or range while scan mode by default. The highlighted button on the display's lower left corner works to switch the radar's horizontal scanning angle, which is currently 140 degrees. Repeatedly click the button to switch the angle recurrently. Broader scanning angle shows a larger range of targets but takes longer to finish, which means that the target might escape before a complete scan procedure. Click on the highlighted button to alter the radar's horizontal scanning angle to 40 degrees, then press spacebar to continue. Currently, the radar's angular scanning range is 40 degrees in front, or say 20 degrees each side. You can find the scanning line has a smaller reach. The targets on both sides of the radar screen are lost, but the central target shows a higher refresh rate. A smaller scanning angle accelerates radar's refresh, but narrows down its search region. Click the highlighted button to alter the radar's horizontal scanning angle back to 140 degrees, then press spacebar to continue. Now, the radar should show a new plane. We next learn how to zoom radar to show planes farther away. Click the up or down arrow at the right to change the radar's display distance. Now the distance is 40 nautical miles. Press the up arrow to adjust the distance to 80 nautical miles. Now, the radar shows a distance of 80 nautical miles, and several other planes are shown. Next, you will learn how to lock a target. We have selected the right radar interface, and at the screen's upper right corner, there should be a diamond-shaped sign. If not, you may pull rightward the sensor controller switch in the middle of the joystick to turn on the right screen. Confirm the right screen with radar interface is activated, then press spacebar to continue. First, you have to learn how to find the target. Now, you may pull the TDC controller on the front right of the throttle to move the TDC cursor. The cursor has two golden vertical lines, and the numbers above and below it represent the highest and the lowest height the radar scan can reach at the current distance in the unit of 1,000 feet. Like 34 represents the height is currently 34,000 feet. Press spacebar to continue. To find it, you have to first use the cursor to define a rough distance of the enemy plane. Now, a plane is about 20 nautical miles away from elevation 35, which is 35,000 feet. Please move the cursor to 20 nautical miles. Then, pull the roller in front of the throttle up and down to ensure the number above the cursor is larger than 35 and the number below the cursor is smaller than 35. When your cursor is on the target will be labeled by a yellow star, prompting you this target is unrecognized and currently uncooperative. A minute later, your AWACS will recognize it as an enemy plane, and the yellow star label will turn red. Then press spacebar to continue. A while later, you will find that the radar detects a new target about 25 nautical miles right ahead.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 322, 428,
so the target turns from yellow to red. Now, move the cursor on the target, and then press twice to round
Overlord
TTC
1-1, Bra 345, 445 at 8,000
radar's
knots.
pitch angle correctly covers the target's elevation. The radar will automatically turn
Overlord
into
1-1,
STT,
Bra
single
010,
track,
440 at
and complete the
24,000
lock.
knots.
If you want to unlock the target, press the red undesignate nose wheel steering
Enfield 1-1,
the
Overlord
joystick's
1-1,
left
Bra
to
010,
unlock
428
Please
at
lock this new
15,000
and then
knots.
press spacebar to continue.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 001, 415 at 35,000 knots.
In this mode, once you lock the target, the radar will stop searching for other targets.
Enfield 1-1,
Focus
Overlord
on the
1-1,
designated
Bra
target.
033, 423 at 17,000 knots.
The target, rather than keep scanning. Then, you'll operate the M03 missile to attack the target beyond visual range.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 332, 430 at 11,000
After
knots.
selection, you can see sign AB or AC
Enfield
corresponding to the
1-1,
BVR
Overlord 1-1, Bra
the C
340, 440 at 8,000 knots.
respectively. At the bottom of the hull, press spacebar to continue. As an active radar homing air-to-air missile, the M120 can autonomously search for objectives at its last phase of attack without the need of continuous illumination on the target by airborne radar. Some people
Enfield
call this kind
1-1,
of missile
Overlord 1-1,
fire and
Bra
forget.
054, 416
It's
at
basically the same
17,000
delivery
knots.
interface with
Overlord
A9 and
1-1,
M7.
Enfield
Hope you don't
1-1,
forget the
declare.
materials shown before. Once you have locked the target,
Enfield
you
1-1,
can see the
Overlord
missile's
1-1,
range
contact
ruler
is
ring
hostile.
in the head-up display. Press spacebar to continue. The triangle beneath the range problem ring represents the weapon's maximum range in theory. Looking counterclockwise to the right, the second triangle represents the weapon non-escape region. In the inner ring, you can see a small pointer that after the target enters the range, you may press down the trigger on the stick to launch a missile. Now, you are in free flight now. You may now search and shoot down the targets in this mission.
Enfield 1-1,
Overlord 1-1, Enfield 1-1, declare.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord
Fox
1-1, contact is
Keep in
hostile.
mind that AIM-120 starts its autonomous search for the target only at the end of the attack, or say, when the missile
Enfield
is
1-1,
less than
Overlord
10 nautical
1-1,
miles
Bra
from the target.
310,
So you need to
421
continue to
at
operate the
11,000
radar to
knots.
lock the target. You may check the current missile status on the right side of the HUD.
Enfield 1-1,
Numberless
Overlord
ACT
1-1, Bra
represents how many
345,
seconds left
445
before
at
the missile
8,000
entering
knots.
the active mode. When ACT turns into TTG means time to target. Splash 1. Well done. I just activated some fresh target. You may find and shoot them down through AWACS prompts. Press spacebar to end dynamic suspension and turn to free flight. Or you may press escape to quit and end today's lesson.